Ladies and gentlemen, look at the screen. Now, warning, this is violent in nature. Whew, they don't listen. So look at this. This is a young man made the wrong decision. These young people do not listen. They think they know everything. They want a quick buck. This is why, go back and look at the old videos if you haven't, why I'm so opposed to poverty D and poverty P. This is how it ends up to be. This, producing a lot of this. I'm not saying that kids in middle class home and rich kids don't do things. Of course they do things. But when you have a lot of poverty going on, you have a lot of crime. You have a heck of a lot of crime. So this right here, fair use and warning. So if you have a kid in the room or watching out, or you're very sensitive to violence, I totally get it. You may want to skip this one out because you are going to see a shooting. But these three youngsters, they thought they had a lick. And the way that they move, you're not going to tell me that this is the first time they decide to do something stupid. So today, they chose Bubba. And he was already ready. Looks like this man is the kind they say, well, you stay ready and got to get ready. They probably pulled this before. A man trying to use the drive-thru to get cash. And he had, it was lit all right. So here we go. Fair use again. Warning for violence here. But this is what happens to quite a few. Then you look up, oh, my son, he didn't deserve it. Here we go. Fair use. Check it.
We're in Southwest Miami-Dade. We're seeing the moment a teen is killed after approaching a car at an ATM drive-thru. He was shot at least 10 times after being involved in an alleged robbery. Local 10's Hatzel Bella is live in Southwest Miami-Dade with more on this. Hatzel.
And Louis, as you mentioned, this started at the investigators are telling us this started as an armed robbery. In fact, they're telling us the victim here at the BB&T Bank was simply defending himself, but something changed along the way, and that victim ended up being the guy arrested. It's Saturday, February 13th, 8:22 p.m. The pickup truck pulls up at the BB&T Bank ATM on Southwest 88th Street and 137th Avenue. The man inside the car we now know is Christopher Luis, initially a victim of a crime. The video is hard to watch. Three armed men approach 25-year-old Luis. So Luis defends himself, starts shooting at one approaching the driver's side. Documents show the other two kept shooting at Luis. Seconds later, he gets out of the truck, takes the gun from the man he shot, who's on the ground, then takes off.
He was entitled to meet their force with firearms with the equal amount of force. So he was within his right to stand his ground and use deadly force against the people who were trying to rob him.
But what happens next is what changes things. 4 minutes later, investigators say Luis comes back to the drive-thru and fires the gun he had taken from the robbery suspect, shooting him more than 10 times. The arrest warrant says while Luis is shooting, he's on the phone reporting he's being shot at.
So what concerns me is that people have to realize that understand your ground. You have to be under a threat of force to use that same amount of force back at the people who are threatening you.
My name is Mikey Clark.
Mikey Clark, only 16 years old, was the one killed. Police say 18-year-old D'Angelo Davis and 19-year-old Stanley Al Clark were the other two men involved in the robbery. Luis was hit 2 times, but not seriously hurt. We understand he was taken to Kendall Regional, and now he is being charged with aggravated battery with a firearm. Reporting live from South.
So, hard to watch. Very, very hard to watch. The issue is, when he came back, he'd already left, and then he came back again the second time and then fired the additional 10 shots. So that might be seen as a problem. But here's the thing. I hate to say this. These kids put themselves in harm's way, in danger. So now 16 years old and he's gone. 16 years old, he's gone. I'm sure the other two probably, in just my opinion, it's possible they put him up to it. So he met somebody a little handier with the piece. Man pulls up to use the ATM machine, and then they come out with guns as well. An alleged robbery? Yeah, I think they were going to rob him. They just didn't get the chance. I think they were definitely going to rob that man. They did. I mean, really. So I know they're saying allegedly, and I agree. But what if he hadn't had that gun? Do you think it's possible that they would have robbed and got his money and probably taken a truck? Anything could have happened. We don't know. All we know is they came out the back, looks like with guns, and he was a lot quicker. What if that had been, a woman with children? What if that had been a man that didn't have a gun? A lot of what ifs. So this here, young and dumb son, now you got to go tell your mama. They got to go tell his parents, whoever's the guardian of this child, he's dead. He pulled a gun, and look what happened. A lot of times I think some of these kids, they think, oh, I got my gun, they're going to be scared of me. They're going to be so scared of the gun that it's going to come off it. You don't know how a person's going to react. You can't tell them anything. They're so that you can't tell them crap. And you do know that in some states, and it was kind of hard to watch. You do know in some states, an issue like this here, they could charge the other two fools that was with them. They could charge him with murder because someone died during the commission of a crime. So they could be charged with the murder of their friend, even though they didn't shoot him. So this here, they don't want to listen. And that now look. And as you can see, if you go back and look at the video, after he shot that young man, it looks like one of the friends, they were also shooting at the guy in the truck. So it sounds like to me like, oh, I want to rob you. I want to rob you. And if you don't give me your stuff, I will shoot. Why else are you shooting? So this right here, an alleged robbery, yeah, I think it was going to definitely be a robbery. They just didn't get the chance. They didn't get the chance to rob because that man, he was faster with that heat. And unfortunately, they definitely caught that smoke. Young people, I'm going to give me some quick money. Who in the heck is raising them? We know the father probably isn't. And can you imagine being the mother? She'll see this video. But this whoever raised this kid, this is your child. He made a decision. 16 years old. And the sad part is when the man came back around, which I think that was not necessary. He came back around and started shooting him again multiple times. You could see that smoke. And you could actually see the young boy's, looked like his leg moved. Maybe just a reaction. And you look at this, and the sad thing is, it's going to be a new fool on a new day to try the same thing again. Oh, I'm gonna make it on mine. I'm gonna make it on mine. So more of this is gonna start happening as crimes increase. People are not gonna sit around. Go to a gun store. Go to a gun store. These gun stores are crowded, honey. Go to a gun store. That's a good business to be in. Go ahead and buy you some more bullets. Go practice. Go to a local gun store. You see what I'm talking about? They're in there. I have not been to it once, weekend or weekday. You got customers in there. And I'm seeing women. I'm seeing some sisters in there too. You're always going to see the men in there. Go to the gun store. You'll see. Whether you're buying a long gun or something else, go to the gun store. You're just going to shop. Look around. Unless you know, people not playing. They're not going to be sitting up here, I'm going to go to police. Yeah, they can call the police. If you took the training, yeah, call the police. Let them know you're in danger. Also, they're going to have that peace. I hate that it wouldn't be wise just to be, well, I'm going to call 911. We don't 911. Really? You need to protect yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. You need to protect yourselves. So yeah, people are not going to sit around. It's going to be more and more crimes happening like this here. You're going to have more and more people going to protect their assets. And like this guy Luis did, it's going to happen more so. So you're going to have these little fools taking their lives in their hand. So thanks for watching. They won't listen. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen to the other two. But yeah, an alleged robbery. Yeah, it's an alleged robbery. But we all know this was not the same. Oh, hey, sir, want to buy some Boy Scout cookies today? You want to buy some bottled water? They came up, from what I can see, looks like they came up with guns. Well, watch the young one again. Bad decision.
Dade, we're seeing the moment a teen is killed after approaching a car at an ATM drive-through. He was shot at least 10 times after being involved in an alleged robbery. Local 10's Hatzel Bella is live in Southwest Miami-Dade. With more on this, Hatzel.
And Louis, as you mentioned, this started at the investigators are telling us this started as an armed robbery. In fact, they're telling us the victim here at the BB&T Bank was simply defending himself, but something changed along the way, and that victim ended up being the guy arrested. It's Saturday, February 13th, 8:22 p.m. The pickup truck pulls up at the BB&T Bank ATM on Southwest 88th Street and 137th Avenue. The man inside the car we now know is Christopher Luis, initially a victim of a crime. The video is hard to watch. Three armed men approach 25-year-old Luis. So Luis defends himself, starts shooting at one approach.
So you can see the young man coming on the side of the vehicle.
The driver's side. Documents show the other two.
Young people. Young and dumb. Anyway, thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. People, it's just the beginning. We're going to have more of this. We're going to have more of this going on. More going to continue to rob, and a lot of people are going to continue to packing that heat. Not afraid to use that piece. Anyway, it's unfortunate. Had to learn the hard way.